Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to Quadratics part 2. So now we will solve the rest of the part, and our question is number 5. So we will solve number 5. That is, given the diagram shows a right angled triangle with sides 2x, 2x plus 1 and 29 centimeter. So this is our right angled triangle, and we need to solve this one. A, show that 2x squared plus x minus 210 is equal to 0. So we need to show that using this stem. We need to show that. So let's see how we need to solve it. So we have a right angled triangle. According to in this Pythagoras theorem, what we know is hypotenuse squared will be perpen squared and base squared. So here our hypotenuse, it's our hypotenuse. So square of 29 is it's our perpendicular, and this part is our base. So square of 29 is 841, and this one is 4x squared, and here we need to apply the formula, that is a plus b whole squared, which is a squared plus twice ab plus b squared. We need to use this formula here. So this one is our a and this one is our b. So if you write, that is 2x squared plus 2ab b plus b squared, then we have 841 equals 4x squared plus 4x squared plus 2 times 2 is 4, and here we have x times 1 is x plus 1 squared is 1. So if we bring these 4x squared from our left side to our right side, then we can write 0 equals 4x squared plus 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 minus 841. So 4x squared and 4x squared is actually 8x squared, then plus, and we have 4x, so 4x, then 1 and minus 841 gives us 840, and here we have 0. So we need a little bit of space here. So we can write 8x squared plus 4x minus 840 is 0. So if we take 4 common, then we have 2x squared plus x minus 2 and 10 is 0. So if we send 4 from this side to this side, then we remain with 2x squared plus x minus 210 equals 0 divided by 4, and it is actually 0. So this is how we can solve our first math. So let's see the second problem. The second problem is we need to find the length of the sides of our triangle. So we need to find the length of this side and we need to find the length of this side. So we need to find actually the perpendicular and the base. So let's see how we can solve this one. So from A we have 2x squared plus x minus 210 is 0, and we have our diagram, so we need to find the lengths here. So actually we need to solve this equation, we need to solve it at first. So if we compare our equation with the format of middle term, then we can see that A and C, A times C is 2 times 210 is 420. So we need to divide 420 into 2 parts. So this one is a bigger number, we need to do a little bit of rough here. So we can do is 420, we can factorize it, divide it with 2, we have 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2 and 0. So again if we divide it with 2, then we have 2 1s are 2 and 2 5s are is 10, and if we divide it with 5, then we have 5 2s are 10 and 5 1s are. So here if we look, then this part gives us 2 times 2 times 5, it gives us 20, and we have 21. So the thing is we need to make 1 here. So if these numbers are multiplied, it will give us 420, and if we add or subtract, then it has to give us 1. So we can write 21 and 20. So if 21 is subtracted, 20 is subtracted from 21, then we get 1. So in place of this x we can write 21x minus 20x, and the other part is 210, and here 2x squared equals 0. So from this part we need to take common, so we can take what can we take common here? Oh no, we cannot take anything common, we can only take x common. So 2x plus 21, and just we will write this thing as it is here, 2x plus 21, and now we will have to divide this last part with this value. So if we divide them, then we have 20, and of course the value, it will be negative. So now we can write 2x plus 21, and we can also write x minus 20, and equals 0. So either 2x plus 21 is 0, so 2x equals minus 21, and x is actually minus 21 by 2. So this number is negative, or x minus 20 equals 0, so x is 20. So this value is actually positive, so we will take this value since it's positive. So let's, negative value is not acceptable, so this value is not acceptable, we will take the positive value. So our perpendicular that is 2x, it will be 2 times 20, and it's 40, and our base it will be 2x plus 1. So 2 times 40 plus 1, which has to be, oh my god, 2 times 20 plus 1, which has to be 40 plus 1 and 41. So that's all. We have got our so the unit, it has to be centimeter, of course. The unit, it has to be centimeter. So centimeter. So that's all. We have solved our B. Now we will solve the area of the trapezium, this one. We will solve this math. So it's given x minus 1 and x plus 3 and x here, and the area is given. We need to find the value for x. So let's solve this math. So question 6. So the area of trapezium is given. Now we need to know something more, that is area of any trapezium is half times sum of parallel sides times distance between parallel sides. So our area of trapezium, it is actually given. So 35.75, it is actually given. So half times sum of parallel sides. Here our parallel sides are these x plus 3 and x minus 1. These two, they are actually parallel to each other. So our sum will be x plus 3 plus x minus 1 times our distance between parallel sides. That means the distance between these two sides, and they are parallel to each other. The distance between these two sides is actually x. So what we can do is we can bring these two from this side to this side. So it will be 35.75 times 2 is x plus x is 2x, and 3 minus 1 is plus 2, and we have x here. So if we multiply this, 35.75 times 2 is 71.5, and we need to multiply this 2x with our x. So we have 2x squared plus this 2 with this x again, so 2x, and since we have a decimal here, so it might be a problem for us to factorize this math and to find the value for x. So we need to remove this 0.5. So 0.5, it actually means half. 0.5, it actually means half, this part, that is 71. 71.5 times 2 equals 2 times 2x squared plus 2x. So we will have to multiply both sides with a 2 to get rid of this 0.5, which means actually half. So what we get is 143 equals 4x squared plus 4x. So we can write 4x squared plus 4x minus 143 is actually 0. So let's dive into the next part. If we compare it with our equation of middle term break rule, that is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, then we can see our a is 4 and our c is 143. So 4 times 143 actually gives us 572. So we need to split 572 into two parts. So this one is a bigger number, so we need to 572, we need to divide it into some parts. So if we divide 572 by 2, we get 286. So if we divide it with, we get 143. If we divide it with, we can divide it with 11 and we get 13. So now we can write 11 times 2 is actually 22, and this 13 times 2 is actually 26. So difference of this one is a pretty difficult one. So 26 and 22, if we multiply them, then we get 572, and if we subtract 26 from 22, we get our 4. So we can write 4x squared plus 26x minus 22x minus 143 equals 0. So we can take two common from here. So if we take 2 common, we have 2x. We can take 2x common from this 2 part, so we have 2x plus 13. So we will keep a little bit of space here and we will write 2x plus 13 equals 0, and we will simply divide this 143 with our 13. So we have here 11 and the answer is in negative, so minus 11. Now we can write is 2x plus 13 or 2x minus 11 is 0. So value for x is 2x plus 13 equals 0. That means x equals minus 13 over 2, which is a negative number, and 2x minus 11 equals 0. So x equals 11 over 2, which is a positive one. So for length, our positive value is our answer. We will not take the negative value. So that's how we will solve this math. So let's see our next math. So it's the last math of our book. So we will solve x squared minus 11x plus 9, and here is an index which is equal to 1. So let's see how we can solve this math. So our math is x squared minus 11x plus 29, whose power is also 6x squared plus x minus 2, and it's actually 1. So to do this math, we will consider let this part x squared minus 11x plus 29 is our m. Let's consider is that, and our 6x squared plus x minus 2 is our n, suppose. So we can write m to the power n equals 1. So anything whose power is 0 is actually 1. So here is the concept. So if the power of 8 is 0, it will be 1. If the power of 100 is also 0, then it will be 1. If the power of 2000 is 0, it will be 1. So this is the concept. So it always leads to 1. So we can also write m to the power n equals m to the power 0. Therefore n equals 0. We can write that actually. So if n equals 0, so what we are doing here is, I already told you it in our previous lecture, if a to the power m equals a to the power n, so when the bases are same, the powers they are also equal to each other. So this was the concept that I used previously, so I'm using it now as well. So what was our n? Our n was this one. So 6x squared plus x minus 2 equals 0. So what about this one, m? We don't need it anymore. So this is the thing, we don't need m anymore. So now we can freely compare it with our format. This is our a, our b, and our c. Six times 2 is 12. We need to divide 12 into 2 parts so that we get plus 1. So it's easy. 3 4s are 12, so 4 minus 3 is 1. So in this place, instead of x, we can write 4x minus 3x, then that 2, and our 6x squared. So we can take 6. Factor of 6 is 2 times 3, and for 4 it's 2 times 2. So we can take 2 and x common, so 3x plus we have 2 here. Then we can write this thing as it is right here, keeping some little bit space, and now we can divide our minus 2 with our positive 2. So if we divide them, we get minus 1 equals 0. So here we have 3x plus 2 and 2x minus 1 is 0. So either 3x plus 2 is 0, so value for x, it has to be minus 2 and x minus 2 over 3, or 2x minus 1 is our 0 and twice of x is 1 and x is 1 over 2. So these are the values of our x here. So this is the solution. So this one here, right here, that means x squared minus 11x plus 29, it was nothing, it was just to make us confused. So that's all. I will be uploading the next chapter soon, so stay with us. And if you have any problem in any math of this chapter, please comment it below. And if you really like my content, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.